Hi everyone, I'm Hanno, product team coach. In the last video, I studied Linear. As a former or even current Jira user, I was eager to test what Linear can do since it got good reviews and some praise from the product community. Linear has been a newcomer in this game of project management, product management. So I will continue now using Linear. I will take a bit deeper dive into issues, into projects, and how to configure your teams. I have these two teams. I have this airline app team, which is kind of created from the start as a default team. And in the free version of Linear, you have a possibility to create two teams. So I created this design team in the last video. So I will continue with this design team's backlog and check the issues a bit more in detail. So let's start with the issues. I had design team's backlog here. I had some issues created. Seems that the team is quite new, so we are just starting out building the backlog. And you can see that I have this landing page design kickoff meeting here in the middle on the left-hand side. Because the team is new, it has some priority here, which is urgent. And I have created a couple of sub-issues related to this kickoff meeting, which are also inheriting this urgent priority. I have this get list of participants for the landing page project kickoff meeting, and I haven't done yet anything for that, so I can assign this to myself, and then I can create something like this. So get stakeholders also to the meeting, and then I can turn this status to do, and when I start actively working on the issue, I can put it in progress. So I go back, and then I can see here that I have one issue in progress. I can take a look at this actively worked on issues here on a separate tab, and I can see the backlog about the issues that are not being worked on yet. So they are in a separate column here. But anyway, this all issues tab lists everything together. Okay, so that's pretty nice. And from here, I can move back the issue to do if I haven't been able to do anything about it yet. But if I have done it, I can move this to done. So these are default states that you get from this Linear environment. And now you can see that I have already done it. When you go back to the issue list, you can see that done issues are moved to the bottom of the list. And you can see here that I have these 5 get list of participants was one of the sub-issues of the landing page design kickoff meeting. And you can see that half of that muster, if you will, has been already done. It seems that I had this send invites and which hasn't been worked on, so I can move this to in progress as well. And now you have this nice view having all these states listed here in one view. Sending invites is still pending to send the actual invite to this kickoff meeting, but you get the idea from here. If you want to use an iterative approach like Scrum for agile teams, there's a possibility to do that in Linear, and you can do it by going to team settings, and here you have some possibilities to configure how the team operates. So you can add some members also from here. So I can add a member from here as well, and then I can also configure the Slack notifications for the team. For issue labels, I can add labels that the team is using. I can also group the labels in some way. I can fill in some templates that the team should use in order to create a standard format issue structure, for instance. or some other documents and projects, this gives you the possibility to add those as well. So these are helping the team filling the right information in the right way. And you can also add some recurring issues that automatically are created. For instance, if you have standard meetings, you can create an issue for that, like Scrum meetings, like sprint planning or daily stand-up meetings. But I was particularly trying to find the cycles, which are kind of the sprints in Jira. And if I enable cycles here, I can determine how long is my cycle, how long is my sprint. So it offers by default from 1 week up to 8 weeks of cycles. And this cooldown duration might be that if you have a hardening sprint that is used to get rid of all the major issues. If you have a release approaching, then you can determine that you can use 1 week for verifying all the missing stuff and get your release more robust. And you can determine what is the starting date of your sprint or your cycle in linear terms. And then you can also determine that, okay, I want every 2 weeks, I want to create a new cycle. So it captures here some automation tools as well. Okay, so that's how you do it. So let's try create a cycle for this design team. I would like to have it started by next Wednesday. So here you can see that I am filming this on the 16th of April. And I want to create this cycle starting next Wednesday. And I guess that should be it. I have enabled the cycles, and let's see how it looks in the team view. If we go back to the app, you can see that I have cycles here under my team here on the left hand side. So it seems that it created 2 cycles, and I created this cooldown period here. So actually the cycle takes 2 + 2 weeks, but if I want to get rid of this cooldown period altogether, then I can just go back to this team settings and let's configure that I don't want any cooldown happening. And I should be back to the app, and then you can see that the cooldown has vanished there. So I have these 2 cycles now under planning. The cycle 1 is the one that starts next week. So I can go to that cycle. And here on from the right hand side you can see these 3 dots, and there you can do any changes to the cycle dates, even move the cycle to start today, add some notifications and so forth. But if I want to go to the cycle, I just double click here, and then to plan my first cycle here, I can create a new issue from here as well. So I could add something that review results from the kick-off meeting. We had this kick-off meeting upcoming, so that's happening during cycle 1. So just an artificial issue here, but I can assign it to myself and then create issue. So here you can see that is now put into cycle 1, and I should see also in my issues view here for my team. Coming back to the cycle, so when I'm in that view I wonder if I can put something to the cycle from here. Because this is done now, I don't put that to the cycle. Let me go back. From this view, for instance, I can check my backlog issues. I can here check my issues on the backlog which are not being actively worked on, and I can here click one issue, and you can see here on the right hand side I can add it to cycle, and I put it to cycle 1. So from this generic issue view you can insert some issues to the cycles, and now you should see that in the list of my cycles. You can see that for this cycle 1 I have already 2 issues assigned. So using cycles is or sprints is also possible in linear. Okay, I'm back to this all issues view, and I want to talk about creating views next. Views are the way of showing information you want to see. So for instance, I can create new view, and I can create a view of all going issues. I can from here probably filter by status, and I want to see everything that is in progress. So from these views you can easily share that for someone else, and let's see how it looks like. When I go back to my team view here, I can see that from issues I can now see that I have this one view. So now from this views view I can, for instance, share a link to someone else that who can for instance have a request that can I see all the things that you are working on your team. So I can copy this link and send that link to that person. And for projects you can probably do the same, so you can send an URL to a person who is interested to see what's going on in your project. What is the status of your project? Are you on your way to meet your target? Okay, coming back to this issues list that I have, you can see that I have 5 issues attached to this landing page project. But I have a couple of issues here that are not added to the same project. And if I want to add that to this project, the landing page project, I can go to the issues and click add to project here. Here you can see that now landing page project is available, so I can select that for that issue as well. And let's do the same for this. Another one, now I clicked my right button on my mouse. Let's see if I can add a project from here as well. Okay, here it is. And now I can easily take these issues to a project as well. So you can see that when I click my right mouse button, there's a lot of things that you can set for this issue on the fly. It opens a wide variety of the options there. Changing the priority to medium, for instance, for that one. You see also that it has these shortcuts, lots of them, that if you are eager, you can use them as well. Okay, I think that was the things that I wanted to show you in this video. A little bit more about handling the issues, configuring the project, adding some more views that you can share for the people who are interested to see your progress of a certain issue or certain tasks or issues your team is currently working on. For instance, you can share it from these views, creating a view and then sharing that. We talked about cycles, which are like sprints, so you can plan these cycles, and it has some supporting automation that assists you in delivering these upcoming cycles as well. You can add cooldown periods if you want to stabilize the system or your release. Many thanks for watching. I plan to make some new videos about how to use Linear, and I'll see you in the next one.